What is going on, everybody? Back at it again, man. Our boy BlankBoy has uploaded another video, man. We got some Marvel action going on when the Avengers died and the Avengers got back on Ultron. The fuck that happened? When the hell that happened? Huh? I'm about to find out then. It must have been some shit that I must have missed during my childhood or something. I don't know. Something. The Avengers died? Okay. Yeah, Ultron standing on business. I understand. You feel me? I'm about to check this shit out, bro. Hit the video up with a like, man. Comment down below and subscribe. Road to 3K. So you're not subscribed, subscribe. Type beat. Fight on Patreon, Twitch, and the game channel. Click in the description down below. Shout out to Blank, man. Get bro to 500,000. He almost there, bro. 20K away. Get bro to that shit, bro. He almost there. But anyway, let's dive on it.
So before these Avengers, I had the ultimate Avengers. What y'all young whippersnappers know about this? This was my MCU. And it starts off with Unc with the Avengers kids at bedtime. And what they did to little bro right here should be child abuse. Sat him down in the chair and asked for the heart monitor. They're begging for their favorite bedtime story, and so Unc starts telling them a story about the Avengers and all their glorious adventures. On the roster, they had Captain America, Thor, Iron Man, Black Widow, Giant Man, Pixie, who, yes, they're the equivalents of Ant-Man and Wasp, just different names. Black Panther, Vision, Hawkeye on a 10-day contract. And as you can see, Hawkeye, Jason Tatum, they put his ass on the bench because in the last movies, they had to jump him because he didn't know how to act. They defeated Kang the Conqueror, Evil Giant Shipman, Baron Zemo, and eventually all settled down. Cap and Nat having James, Giant Man and Janet having Pym, T'Challa and Storm having Azari, and Thor went back to Asgard, leaving his baby girl Torin on Earth. Thor really out here engaging in child abandonment. Nigga been in New York for too long. Word. On older son, I'm not jacking my daughter. But eventually Ultron shows up, killing Captain America, got the king dangling in the air to his death. And he doesn't stop there. Black Widow's out here and he hits that bitch with the Stephen A. Smith face, making her, Iron Man, Giant Man, and Wasp all spectate the Elvis, Prince, and Michael Jackson dance-off. Ultron eventually just murks everyone and completely takes over the world. And looking at it now, reading them bedtime stories about how their parents got murked is type insane. Yeah. And then, Master Wayne, your dad tried to fight off the robber, but once he whipped out the blicky, he turned into a respectful young man. Bro, I was there. But luckily, the Avengers managed to ship off their kids to a remote destination so they can continue to live. And this is where we get to a 12-year time skip, and the kids are trying to wake James up, Azari stabbing him, and ends up being straight mud for it. And you can't blame James. Nobody want to be woken up mid-sleep, especially not like that. Consider yourself lucky, to be honest. He could have made your worst fears a reality. Could have given you a lineup. James walks out, and the aura is really unmatched. Yeah, hold on. To the Prince of Wakanda. Bro, Wakanda is toast now. That nigga Ultron turned it into Haiti. Let it go.
So let me see. So what? He got the of course he got his fucking mama powers, but I wonder if he got Panther powers though, low key built in, because you know what I'm saying. Cause of that, that's hey. See, this is what we wanted in the movies, bro. Storm and T'Challa, bro, getting together, bro. That's what we wanted, it, bro. That's what we wanted in the MCU, bro. No, they went some bullshit route. Oh my god. Anyway,
and for whatever reason, James just started letting it fly. And hey, I know your ass not breathing. Asgard perfectly fine, and Thor got your ass living in a fucking apocalypse. And Torrens heard jumping down, and they clash with one another, but it doesn't last long because Unc stop it and sends them to their room. They in there complaining about Unc, and Vision pops up out of nowhere, but they ready to go. Thing is, they didn't even get the chance because bro just collapses to the ground, and that's when Unc comes into the room and takes him to the lab. Whereas you can see, Ultron did him greasy, turned Vision's mainframe into that of a Game Boy. The kids, of course, follow Unc into the lab secretly, and they're snooping around until they find Unc's armored Avengers he built to fight Ultron. Oh yes, let's use robots to fight the AI that controls electronics. When Thanos arrives, he probably plans to throw fucking Infinity Stones at his head. James, that's not your dad. Shut up, bitch. Daddy, you remember me? Grown-ass man talking about daddy.
Shit.
Damn.
The fuck? Man, goddamn.
Don't get your child, bro.
End this way. You should have seen the woman before your mom. She was special. Peggy Carter.
Damn.
I'm stressed.
James and Torin must have accidentally pressed something because they turned on all the armored Avengers and now they're already programmed, tasked with defeating Ultron. They start heading out there to go run the fade. Armored Cap hitting James with that Billie Jean, but the kid is not my son. And they dip out to go find Ultron. But the thing is, Ultron been watching this whole time the second the robots went live. Look at him standing there, menacingly. This is the Ultron I knew. Bro was so spooky. So when I saw this nigga pop up in the MCU cracking dad jokes, I was like, huh?
Why was the robot tired when he got out the car?
I don't know.
Hard drive.
Oh, bro.
My God, bro.
So Ultron used his abilities to take over the world, but that does not have to be the case for us. I'd like to thank today's sponsor, NordVPN. I know a lot of you guys love movies and TV shows just like me, so I can personally speak to how great NordVPN is because look at this. I can watch Spider-Man on.
No. Same, because I use that bitch my damn self.
And get your risk-free experience. 30-day money-back guarantee. Link in the description.
There's
literally no better deal on the internet. Thanks again to NordVPN for sponsoring this video.
Salute.
But Ultron found them and he's on his way right now. And I'm not talking about black people. I'm on my way and haven't even showered yet. That boy dipped immediately because the armored Avengers go out and they see him flying up in the sky. Giant Man thinking he's like that, flying up, and Ultron comes down, beaming him through the head. Ultron's just straight boosting on the Avengers at this point, windmilling after the game is over and shit. He then comes up behind Microsoft Black Widow and starts hacking her, which wasn't predictable at all. Whoa, 2K dropped another shitty game. I'm telling you to get out of here, so they do with Vision's head, and Vision's not used to the Avengers acting scary like this.
I'm so sorry, I forgot there's some bitch niggas in here.
The sky turns out to just be a dome, and luckily Thor just manages to fly them out the way of the debris. They were knocked out for a bit, but when they wake up, there's a bunch of white stuff falling. These motherfuckers been camping in a tiny globe in Demi Lovato's room this whole time. And the entire place goes to black, sounding the alarms, no different than the Krusty Krab.
Broke nigga alert, broke nigga alert.
Is it talking about me?
Broke nigga
I think so, my nigga.
Broke nigga.
And then makes his entrance, descending down onto them like a metal Grim Reaper. Shit was so spooky, got me clutching my PS5 and PC. Stay away. And Ultron already knows that these preteens are easy pickings for him.
Hate to break it to y'all, but looking at these power levels, all y'all niggas adopted. This can't be a
But it's time for Ultron to pick on somebody his own size. Niggas be 40 with 15-year-old ops. Cause out of nowhere, as Ultron goes to kill them, Iron Man grabs him by the head and throws his ass into the forest. I'm Team Cap for life, but goddamn Iron Man entrances, they going crazy. Look at their faces. Look like they're seeing a ghost. And that's because they're seeing a ghost. How is Iron Man alive? It turns out Unc was Tony Stark this whole time.
Oh, wow.
How they never put two and two together. When niggas somehow knew stories about Hawkeye getting caught beating his shit in the weapons room, that should have raised some red flags.
This nigga here stupid.
Skedaddle, flies up shooting lasers, weaves Ultron, kick, gets blocked.
Come on, Tony. Get it back in blood, Tony.
Dropped off the entire Avengers squad by himself, and Iron Man really running the ones with him right now. This man's got nerves of steel. Catching a turn from Ultron lasering him, and they trade misses as Tony dips into the forest. Tony knows he's washed. I can't blame him. This is Wizards MJ, Celtic Shaq, Brooklyn Nets KG, Rudy Gobert his entire career. So Iron Man's still just flying, and goddamn, bro, just look at the artwork. Look how clean this all looks. He boosts more and eventually lands, turning around, gearing up, and visually can see him lock in. This movie really came out in 08 and still looks better than like the Black Widow movie. That junk looked like it belonged on Nick Jr. with the Thundermans, bro. The kids get to Quinjet and they tell Vision though.
I could not watch some shit like that, bro.
That nigga's toast.
As he locks the doors and pilots the Quinjet out of there. He knows Tony just went on a mission that he's not coming back from to save them. So he's not gonna make it in vain, and they finally get to see where they've been living this whole time. They've been in the Antarctic, but that's probably their first time seeing snow. That's ironic. That's like being best friends with The Rock and being confused as to what a shitty movie looks like. How's that possible? Ultron lands left and then a right uppercut into a boulder on Iron Man, then starts hacking his armor. Gonna have Tony an offset. Bro got caught cheating on Cardi B in the DMs and pretended to be hacked, talking about some balls in my face. But Tony manages to blast Ultron away, got him hitting the oh nah. Aisha Curry's in the kitchen again, and he just takes the shoulder pads off his suit. We done with the 80s, nobody rocking that shit no more. Blue 42, stupid ass. Iron Man dodges the blast, and they take turns
Y'all can't Tony?
messing up the floors, picking up a rock, and Ultron just punches it. But Tony's fight comes to an end, unfortunately. I'm gonna pour one out for you, Tin Man. Got my bottle of oil right here. Ultron misses and then blasts Tony to the ground, throwing his helmet to his feet. This is so disrespectful. Bro, this y'all GOAT?
Damn it, Stark. Where was all this fight when I was stabbing Hawkeye with an HDMI cord?
And then the
Damn.
Avengers pull up to Tony, but not to save him. They pulling up to put an end to bro. This man, Tony, stay going to build the op. It's later revealed that Tony
Real talk,
created
though.
Ultron and now fucked up and
Damn.
built him an army. Nigga, put the hammer down, please.
Dead ass though, huh? At this point.
So the kids could see.
Avengers pack, thank you for the sub.
So the Avengers kids,
Not
led by
Avengers
Captain
pack,
Sperm,
bro.
escape to the city where Ultron of course controls. And while they're in the city, it's important for me to point out that Torn's dumbass thinks she's invincible. She's mistaken and thinks her being an Asgardian god means she can't die. Wait till this bitch plays God of War. So she runs in there, slashing one of the Ultron dots in half, and that made the whole block hot. Everybody knows where they at now. So some R2-D2 ass nigga drops down and starts spraying at her, and then she manages to jump out the way of another. But his arm is extended out now, so she treats that shit like a piece of salami, cutting and throwing it back at bro. But Ultron got more homies than a shorty cheating on her boyfriend. Now all of a sudden every nigga in the county is her practical brother from elementary school. A bunch more drop down, and she runs over, cutting
going
them
to the
down,
streets.
and they start spraying the heck out of her. This reminds me of the scene from the Avengers, but the difference is, Shorty is not the Hulk, because she gets blasted and is looking at her hand like post-nut clarity. She can't believe she took damage, getting blasted a second time.
Damn.
While she's over there smelling like barbecue chicken, her brothers come to save the day. Pym starts blasting it.
Yeah, bitch ass nigga Wally, stop playing with me. I'm like that.
And starts blasting it again, but this printer trying to do the dash, so Azari and James manage to cut it off as Azari blasts it, and James uses his shield to protect them from the debris and fire. But unfortunately, Torn
What kind of shit is that though?
lucky
Like
because she
a
gets back up from her
hologram
nap,
looking
her
shit?
forehead beaming from that blast, just to get stomped on like a
Damn.
cockroach, shoe print all over her body, laid out there looking like
done.
Flat Stanley. That's so tough. The writers really wanted to give her the craziest wake-up call to the fact.
Yeah, baby girl, you're not in the comics type shit. You know what I'm saying? The comics, your comic niggas probably, you know what I'm saying, they build different. You know what I'm saying? They could stand, take all them bullets like it ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, animated versions, like a lot of these characters, y'all severely nerfed. Cause she probably is in the comics low key. You know what I'm saying? She probably OD. But this version of her,
that she's not immortal.
ain't
Next,
it?
Pym is gonna be cocky, thinking he's the smallest thing on earth, and get humbled seeing Polo G's fan base. Torn
Damn.
see her pops,
That
and
about
this
taking
man
strays,
grabs her
bro.
by the head and slams her into the ground. Shorty knew she was cooked, started
Yeah,
begging
sure,
to
where my
Thor for
daddy?
help, and he looking down on her from Asgard with that Kobe smirk. And
That
the
nigga
boys in
down
there
bad for
just
that, though.
help, 'cause
Kobe-
they start getting
Thor a
shot
hoe
at
for
by
this
the
shit,
armored
bro.
Avengers, but just randomly, literally out of nowhere,
He
gets
watched his
saved.
homie get killed. He know damn he could have came with that fucking Bifrost. And he just help my nigga. No. He just like, huh? Shit.
Azari gets dragged into the wall, followed by Pym next, and
Damn.
James as well. Leaving Torrin behind, and she's fried rice, still calling out to her father, but that nigga sending her to voicemail every time. So the armored Avengers are ready to feast, but Thor gets boomed and randomly swoops in to save the day, and this is Francis Barton. Turns out Clint had a son, and he's been alive this whole time as well, living in the slums and eating batteries. So going through Ultron
Not
City,
batteries.
the kids manage to stumble across Ultron's trophy room, and in it, they see Iron Man's armor in there too. Got the entire squad in tears. And James also looks
Damn.
at his pops and how Ultron took my man Shiesty. And James
Not
accidentally
the
pressed the
Shiesty.
button showing the entire rest of the trophy room. Ultron really killed every super being, bruh. How the fuck Magneto lose? But they eventually find
That
him,
ass,
and turns
though.
out he's alive. Ultron pulls up on them with the armored Avengers.
Where Doom
Barton
at?
bails them out again.
My
and
nigga
they all
Doom at?
manage to escape to the Quinjet.
Soon after.
Hey twin, what you put on the ox? Finna put on some Kyle. Nigga, Kyle? What Kyle you know? I spy with my little eye, a curly-headed cutie. I could turn into my wife. So they eventually make it out to a remote
Gotta vibe
location,
somehow,
running
bro.
into Betty and Bruce Banner. So you mean to tell me Hulk
This nigga Bruce was here this whole fucking time. See what this nigga at, bro? I need this nigga, bro. I need this nigga, bro.
Iron Man, and Thor all alive.
All alive.
We need to get the band back together, head ass. To beat Ultron yet? But it doesn't matter now, because the armored Avengers are here, ready to put an end to all this. Giant Man punches the cliff, and they all fall out.
Damn.
Thor saves Azari and James, landing them safely, ready to go. Same time they doing all that, the rest of the armored
Why can't bro fly? Just think about that shit right now.
Avengers pull up, her turning her hands into 2 pistols.
Not
But
the
that's
blicks.
no problem for the children. Thank God it's James' weak-ass parent and not Steve. Because he easily blocks the bullets, but Azari gets tackled away by Mech Black Panther going rolling away. And all the parents must have decided we taking a page out of Firelord Ozai's book, boxing up our kids. Because Robot Thor goes into the sky to get his 1v1 fade with Torin. And if there's one thing Tony got right about these Avengers bots, it's Captain America's unwillingness to kill. They be fine for real, just a little hurt. Because he definitely didn't try to fucking decapitate James before getting blown up by Barton last minute. But then Black Widow attacks James and Barton gets boomed off the rock, shooting off his own arrow at his pops, blowing him up, and he thought he had done it. Started celebrating like he just won Game 7.
Ain't that easy.
Hawkeye gets up looking like Finn the Human, but bro just makes another one with his right arm.
Bruh.
The smile faded so fast, I'm crying. And you know how 12 dudes will be chasing somebody talking about, oh, look at him, track star, track star. Yeah, Hawkeye done turned Barton into a gymnast to dodge these bombs. So the cameraman pans away, and Unc Tony is useless right now. He's got no other suit. MCU Iron Man clears this nigga. He would have called in a spare one down to Saturn. So
Dead ass though.
Up a mean right punching the mountain, making Tony
had them hoes on lock.
Unc pushing 90. His fragile Derrick Rose bones won't be able to survive this fall. So James ducks his lame
And bro retiring too. Salute.
ass mom and then bounces off Cap's shield to catch Tony and surf him to safety. Giant Man
Tough.
too many problems, so James tells Pym to get on that, and he does, flying in there and turning giant for the first time, kicking his ass into the side of the mountain, and it got the entire thing shaking.
And he say, hey bro, get on that, bro.
That's scary. I did not marry the unincredible Hulk. You won't be able to stay here and drink your cactus juice if
Nigga gonna fight, nigga gonna put them hands up.
And transfers his sights over to the Prince of Rubble after what Ultron did to them, Azari. And Azari, after missing his shots, whips out his belt on his own pops. That's insane work.
Dad, what are you doing? Nothing, son. What did I tell you about talking to strangers? Now he's gonna kick my butt.
Hitting him, then kicks down a knee and throws him into the pile of rocks afterwards.
There you go.
That was a clean move. But then Black Panther literally turns into a panther, which was actually a power he had in this universe, with and everything, circling Azari. So it got my boy all nervous as Black Panther lunges at him and the screen just goes black. Did he live? Did he die?
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
This nigga.
Thor and Thor are clashing, right left sword hit, but then he grabs her and hits her down, but she manages to catch herself and start levitating. She's clearly found her zen, she's in the zone. My father doesn't love me and it's cool, I've accepted it. Catching the sword and going back in. I like how everyone
she locked in.
died right now. It's dope. If I was in this movie, the air would really be catching these hands, no cap. James blocks Cap twice, rolling and throwing his shield at the mountain to cause it to fall on top of Captain America. But he looks up after, and his mom up there, moving like a Decepticon, shooting at him, breaking his shield. So he grabs the actual shield, and so when she lands with her sights aimed on him, he's able to throw it at her, cutting off 3 of her arms and launching himself right at her, while Pym continues to show his dad who's daddy, leaving his right and shooting beams up close, putting Giant Man on his butt for what's like the 10th time. So he calls for backup, sending Pixie at Pym, spam blasting him, so James tells Pym to go get Bruce. So he does.
Yeah,
but
Bruce
refuses to turn into the Hulk and help them. And I'm not even surprised. Look at his cut. That's a nigga who don't care about anything, bro.
Don't give a fuck about
He
nothing.
doesn't really have a choice anymore, because the Pixies start blasting him, and he starts getting tight and unleashes the incredible
About damn time.
And bro wasted no time. Jumping off, blasting.
What's a bit? Oh shit! One shot.
Posing like he on the cover of Sports Illustrated.
I'm in danger.
And then he starts getting tickled, so he grabs Black Widow, slamming her on repeat, calling
oh my god,
sent her back to the lobby screen. Ultron peeps his homies getting dropped like flies, so he flies above and starts cooking the Hulk and lands behind him, grabbing his air like he about to start talking to him mid-strokes. And whatever he was offering, Bruce wasn't trying to hear all that. That Riz was not gonna work. Fuck I look like Karen? So he punches Ultron through the ground into the mountain and goes over as Ultron starts slicing up the mountain with lasers. Hulk got 1,000 more muscles than the average person, except in his brain, because because he sees Ultron and just jumps on top of him. No strategy, no nothing. And surprise, surprise, it didn't work because the dust settles. And
not know that ass though. Oh, no.
To the mountain. Hulk is angry.
Not the Goku pose.
And the Incredible title just keeps whittling more and more. Went from Incredible Hulk to Impressive Hulk to now the kind of cool, I guess, Hulk. Ultron is giving him the
oh shit! Not again.
Back like he just seen something he really liked. We then pan over to Azari versus Black Panther in a tug of war. And to be honest, bro, me talking over this scene just wouldn't do it justice. So I'm gonna just let Lil Bro get this off his chest himself.
You're not the Black Panther.
Talk your shit.
I'm not surprised Black Panther and Storm's kid is a demon. That's why Peter stopped fucking with Mary Jane and got with Captain Marvel instead. Bro trying to make sure his son makes the league.
That's what I'm saying.
On his dad, shooting both feet.
That's a mean combo. Hey, that's a mean combo.
And then one into the dome. Hawkeye gets back up, but he out of batteries, so Byron walks over so nonchalant, booming his shits, laying him out. And I'm not surprised he did. Hawkeye wasn't in the original's Ultimate Avengers roster, but he must have been a free agent pickup down the road. Thor hits a spin move, stabbing Thor, slicing him in half like butter. And James, with the power of his pops, using the actual shield instead of the Payless hologram one.
Yeah.
Captain America also cutting him in half. And something I always think about is how graphic deaths like these be, but it's not because it's robots. Like the Transformers was really ripping off arms and slapping niggas with it, or chopping faces in half. But
yeah, but since it was, you know, saying robots and shit.
But he kind of tanking that junk.
Come on, Hulk, man, lock in.
Getting closer to Ultron, but while he reaches out, we see that it eventually cooked him as he falls to the ground. The kids peep that and still think they have a chance. Straight blind faith. Must be Dallas Cowboys fans, because they talking about jump his ass while Ultron just laughing at them and booms them instantly. Him is the first one to get back up, going into his tiny form to fly in there, but he didn't anticipate Ultron's back smelling like Badissi, because that shit knocks him out, landing on the Hulk. Azari saw Lil Bro get laid out and decided it was his time to shine, using the move he just used on his pops on Ultron. Shooting off a Kamehameha that Ultron just nonchalantly starts absorbing into himself. All that electricity feels good as hell, like some crack for him. Ain't that right, RDJ? And he fires it right back at Azari, laying him out. Torrance stupid ass thought she was getting her moment, but that sword did nothing and starts getting choked out. She ends up getting saved because
you made a vibranium
Ultron with the shield.
What you made out of,
starts getting beat by Ultron's lasers and is straight up cornered with no other choice than to just block.
And the Thanos supposed to be 5. Really talking about I couldn't take over Earth.
All hope is looking lost. Everyone is either laid out or the brink of turning into dust from oldness. So Pym does the only thing he can think of and tries to get the Hulk back up.
Ultron said you a bitch. He said I bet Betty tastes like Honey Nut Cheerios. And he said Hulk don't even be smashing shit for real.
What, nigga?
That was all Hulk needed to hear. Grabbing Ultron's head.
Who ain't smashing nothing? Oh shit. Oh.
Smashing shit no more.
Oh.
Show you some smashing, nigga. Picking Ultron up, ripping him in half, and that's GG's. It's over. Hulk goes to get Betty, and they dip off to who knows where, and Ultron is laying there hitting the Peter Griffin, but he's hardwired to put himself back together, so that's what he's doing. So Torin flies Ultron into space to stop him. MCU Iron Man stole her whole shit, but she's choking and is about to die, and her pops finally saves her and offers her to come to Asgard, and she's like, nah broski, I made the league and now you trying to come back in my life?
Her mama.
Family gives him a hug and goes back down in the new fit, and it's happily ever after.
Who her mama? Cause why she choking like that? Man, my nigga, shit, Thor wasn't choking. You know what I'm saying? Nerfed. I don't know why, bro. They always nerfed the animation variants of these fucking superheroes, man. These comics, of these characters, bro. Dead ass. Like, damn, bro. Can we see something from the comics? That's, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy that they did, bro. Sheesh. Oh my god, but not. I'm about to go watch that low key. I ain't gonna lie to you. 2008, yeah, that was life. Yeah, I did not see that bitch at that time. Period. No. If I could have, I would have, but I didn't even know that bitch existed. So yeah, nigga knocked off all the Avengers, man. But that happens though. You know what I'm saying? In comics though, bro. Shit, niggas be dying left and right, bro. All these different timelines, universes and whatnot. Niggas be winning. Low key. Magneto lost. How did Magneto lost? Unless this nigga was legit made out of, I don't know, vibranium. Can he bend vibranium? I don't know. Really don't know. Or Uru, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. But yeah. Crazy. And this nigga Thor was watching this whole time. He could have been helped. Like Ben. But I guess he was trying to give, you know what I'm saying, his daughter character development and shit like that. Like, nigga, help me. I am your child. Nigga, help me. Especially after she asking for help and shit like that too, bro. That shit crazy. But anyway, thanks for watching, bro. You guys enjoy this reaction, bro. Hit the video up with a like, comment down below, and subscribe. Roll to hey, so subscribe. Saying fight on Patreon, Twitch, and the game channels. Description down below. Of course, subscribe to Blank, man. Get bro to 500,000. He right there, bro. 20K away. So go ahead and do that. Feel me? Anyway, love y'all. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.